is here. You guys are having fun. Everybody join us because we are kicking off a big weekend in a big style, in a big way, with Chef starting it all off. All right, now we are going to talk about the most, of course, brilliant knife sharpener, because nothing's more frustrating than dull knives.
Who likes a dull knife? No one, right? They're horrible. You can't deal with dull knives.
They're really awful.
You need sharp knives, ladies and gents. I don't like telling you have to spend hundreds of dollars to fix that problem either. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the traditional way of sharpening a knife. You need two things. You need a sharpening stone and you need a sharpening steel or a honing steel, and this is how you do it. It's not easy. You've got to keep the knife at 18 degrees. You've got to go across it like this. You know, this is what trained professionals do for a living.
Oh my
Then we turn it. It's got to stay also at 18 degrees in this direction. Not only does it sound horrible, but what you're doing is you're grinding the steel down on your knife, and then using the honing steel, you have to try and straighten the steel or straighten the edge back up, right? It's not an easy process.
I hate that.
don't despair. I've fixed it for you. Chuck these away. You no longer need them, right? Because what I've done is I've put all of the technology into this little box right here, and all you have to do is turn it on. So I'm going to turn it around so it's facing me, because effectively what you do is you get yourself a blade, right? You pick up your knife, you run the knife through at 18 degrees. So this is preset to 18 degrees.
So it does the angle, does
it
it automatically, right?
Absolutely. We're going to do it 4 times. All right, there's a super hard stone that's turning, as you can hear, really quite quickly in there. So you've got 1 and 2. Right?
Wow.
So we're going to go through that 4 times on either side. This is now razor sharp, okay? This knife is now razor sharp, and I'll prove it to you. Watch this, okay? When was the last time, and this is an old knife, by the way, out of Darling Cat's top drawer, because I said, bring me in some horrible old knives that I want to fix. Now, to prove that there was actually, well, I didn't pre-sharpen it, and it was the sharpener, I'm going to do something really crazy. Give me that steel back. Oh. All right, so here's my sharpening. Watch this. I'm going to totally take the edge off the knife.
Do you want to cringe that you're doing that?
This is just absolutely ruining the knife, okay? So there is now no edge left. It's 100% dull. Look, I can run my thumb up and down it, right? I'm not going to cut myself because I've just smashed that blade.
Okay.
Watch this. Let's bring it back here. Actually, let me show you. Let me try and cut a tomato and show you just how blunt it is now.
Okay, that's
Just see that?
Same exact knife.
Same exact knife, and look at it. It's totally destroyed, all right? So, let's fix it. Because this, by the way, is probably the state of some of the knives in your drawer. Yeah. Like everybody in this country, by the way, don't worry. Throughout the world. So, like I said, 4 really light strokes. If your knife's in horrible condition, you might want to give it 6, okay? So that's 4 strokes over there. Let's give it 1 more for good luck.
Because it was dull.
It was super dull. And then you bring it over to number 2. Number 2 is a finer stone, which is going to give you a finer edge, right? So that's how you get that razor sharp edge. Again, 4 strokes on either. Let's do the tomato test, because we know that tomatoes don't lie. Look at that.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
The exact same knife that a second ago
destroyed.
I mean, look at the 2 different tomatoes. That's one example. This is the other.
That's awesome.
Same knife with 1.5 minutes spent. So you're going to get a full set of knives, basically for free. For the cost of, what are we selling this for, 25 bucks?
Yep.
For the cost of this, you're going to get every knife in your home. Screwdrivers can be sharpened. Pocket knives, hunting knives can be sharpened.
Scissors.
Scissors can be sharpened.
And Chef, you might not know, but I'm a huge crafter, and I go through scissors like mad. Right. And I'm hacking through everything, and I doll them all down. How many of you just picked up the 4-piece scissor set that you had on? Right. You just had a 4-piece scissor set, right? If you got that, keep those razor sharp by getting this. Yep. Also, if you have a drawer full of dull knives, instead of going out and just buying more knives and wasting money, get this, purchase it one time, use our FlexPay, you get 5 Flex all weekend long. This is huge, we're doing this. In fact, in any of your shows, we've never done 5 Flex on everything. And bring those knives back to life, and you've just saved yourself a ton of money. Yeah, that's crazy.
This was another blunt knife. I started off a blunt knife. Watch this.
Oh my
you know, when was the last time you could saw through,
pepper?
You know, it's just such a beautiful tool.
Yeah.
Let me show you the scissors, because the scissors is a really cool function. I've built this into the side. Do you see it there on the side?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So we've built that in. So what you do is you open up the scissors. If they come apart, great. But if they don't, you don't. These ones don't.
So that'll work if they don't. Because most of mine do not come apart.
Okay, great. So here we go. You just have to make sure that you're facing it the right way. So that goes in like that. Oops, sorry, the other way. I'm doing this backwards for you guys. You go through it like that.
Oh, shit.
And it is. Do you hear that?
Yes.
You flip it over and do the other side. And you're getting this beautiful sharp scissor. Same with your screwdriver. See there? I'll put the little screwdriver on.
Oh, get out of here.
You just go ahead. See how that's just shooting off a couple of little sparks because it's just grinding down the steel. It's a really high-powered little machine.
My mouth is like wide. I'm like, he's looking at me like, you might want to shut your mouth. I can't believe that is as clever as I've ever seen.
Look, and for a hunting knife, I'm going to come back over here because this one's facing me. Okay. But like, you know, these little knives, once they're dull, they're virtually impossible to sharpen. But when you've got this, like I said, you just go through it 4 times.
That is so
If your knife's
smart.
super dull, you can go through it 6. And check it out. Again, the tomato test. I do the same test because it is just the best test. But have a look.
It's crazy.
This is an old blunt pocket knife.
Right,
you know, like,
yeah.
There's so many different things that you will find around your house that need sharpening. I promise you, you'll turn into like a sharpening nutter.
Well, you know what happens? We have a guy who comes to our farmer's market, and
Right.
everybody takes their knives down to the farmer's market, and they spend a fortune. And you know what he's got? A big version of this machine.
Yeah.
And everybody's willing to do it because we all want sharp knives, right? Well, you don't have to do that. Now you have basically the exact same concept in a much smarter design, and you need no skill to make it happen. Having to use that big stone thing and that crazy thing when you guys do that, hate that. You are dolling the heck out of that
Look,
nice
that
knife.
is totally dull. Look, I'm running my finger over it and it's not cutting.
Hey, wait, smash
You know,
a tomato again, will ya?
You would never do it. Okay, so this is the same tomato that you saw me cut beautifully before. Watch this. Like, you've just got to, you know, it's so hard to get into the tomato and then watch. Again, and I've only got a minute left here, so I'm glad because that's how fast you can sharpen your knife. 3, do it 4 times, go to the other side, and we'll just do a couple over here. 3 and 4. Same tomato. Watch this.
Oh my gosh.
Can you believe the difference?
It's insane.
It's become so easy when you've got the right tools.
And again, brilliantly made.